Cosmic trigger, right? Welcome to the show, man.
Where's Lucky?
I don't know. He just didn't show up.
Just didn't show up. That's weird. Maybe he's camera shy.
Yeah, I don't know. We had a good conversation last time. I don't know what the deal is.
Maybe he's out partying.
Yeah, could be.
Sly dog. Sly dog. Are we gonna go on without him?
It's kind of too late now. We're already doing it. Can't believe Lucky's not here. This is a bit disappointing.
Yeah, I was sort of anticipating having another person.
Yeah, we need like the energy to...
Yeah, and that guy does a lot of the talking.
Yeah, but he makes a lot of good points, and it's a lot like...
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Damn it.
It's okay.
Okay, well, this is a real story, and I just want to get your reaction to it, because in Quebec, they're gonna start denying people at the liquor store and at the dispensaries if you don't have your vaccine passport, you can't buy weed, you can't buy booze. But I mean, how would you react if that's what they did here?
I would see if I could order it online.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
If not, like I would probably just get somebody outside. I'd be like, hey, can you buy me some weed?
Yeah.
I'll just stand outside.
What do you think about what they say about like some of this dispensary weed, how it's like mutant weed or whatever, GMO weed or something?
Oh yeah, that kind of freaked me out. I heard it on Alex Jones, where he was like saying that they're using like they're weaponizing weed.
Yeah.
Like people are like lazy, and that's gonna do it. I'm like, damn, that's what they fucking got me.
There was an article, I don't know if it's true, you never know with like CTV or whatever, global news, like, but it was saying that like since they said that, like they haven't actually done it, they just said that that's what they're gonna do. And since then, like the vaccination rate has went up like a percentage or whatever, so they're like, oh yeah, it worked. And like, but then I was thinking like, why wouldn't you just get it delivered or something? Like, you really like that desperate, like that you don't think there's any other way you can get weed? Like,
yeah, I mean, I would just quit if I couldn't get it.
I guess so, yeah.
It's so ridiculous that they have the YMCA closed, even if you're vaccinated.
Oh yeah, no, they closed everything. It's so stupid. It does nothing. Like,
I mean, it seems so obvious what they're trying to do, though, doesn't it? Put out of business all the locally owned small businesses, and then like keeping open Walmart.
Yeah,
I think it's way more likely you're gonna catch COVID at Walmart than at a gym.
Yeah, probably.
They should just do like an hour session, and you go in like one person, and then you have like, and someone else books the next slot or whatever. But whatever.
Yeah, they could do it one by one, but I mean, even if you think about it, like logically, that still doesn't really make any sense, because it's like you go into the gym and then you're huffing and puffing, and then like you're like spreading all your aerosols everywhere, and then the next person comes in and they are huffing and puffing, and then it like all builds up. Like, so the last person to use the gym is probably like the most likely to get infected if anyone was spreading it, right?
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about that, because they say like, oh, only like 2 people on the elevator at a time, and you're supposed to look away from each other. It's so stupid.
Yeah. I like the social distancing though. I think we should keep that forever. If I'm at the gas station, stay the fuck away from me forever. Thank you. My little piece of journalism is pretty neat. It's pretty unique. Well, I just want to show how all the Canadian news videos on YouTube are getting like ratioed to oblivion.
Yeah.
And I think
I've
that's
seen
why
that.
they took away the dislike. Seems like it, right?
Well,
Like
there's
because I was just gonna show like you can go to any Canadian, like British Columbia or Canada thing that has to do with like COVID or anything like that, and it'll all be ratioed to oblivion. It'll all be like thousands of dislikes to like a couple hundred likes on every single one, no matter what. I just thought that
yeah,
was pretty interesting.
I think that's definitely part of it. Like it just like government in general, like the all the White House briefings, like they got like super hardcore ratioed because like Joe Biden's just like, you know, he's out there. He's far out there, man.
It's pretty stupid. Their excuse is that they think that people are like doing it on purpose to like attack. They would like get like a mob to like attack it, and like everyone will put dislike even though they don't dislike it, I guess.
Yeah. Trying to say like they're trying to stop bullying, right?
It's Keemstar here. Oh my god.
Isn't it weird that that's like part of his image, like that exact beard that he always, same with like Jeremy from the Quartering, like he has the beard that it's like there's like layers in it, it's like maintained properly and everything.
Yeah. Well, I'm starting to notice that I'm getting quite the double chin. So I can't really shave anymore all the way.
It happens to everyone.
Yeah, but that's why I think that Keemstar probably has that beard, because like if he were to shave, he'd probably have like no chin at all. Like
Yeah, it's like the same reason why Tim Pool has to wear that beanie, right? You know,
it's so ridiculous. It's
because you know
take
it's
it
really
off.
weird. I was thinking about this. It's like the beanie is like his like superpower, you know, like if he didn't have that beanie he just looked like some like rando dude, you know. And then he puts on the beanie somehow and now he's like just like a superstar. It's crazy.
It's because he looks like a cute little like skater boy with the beanie on.
Yeah, I guess that's the look he's going for,
But
right?
if he takes it off, he looks like a fucking like 45-year-old Asian man.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks pretty haggard.
Yeah, but I think if he had it off like more often, then it wouldn't be so shocking.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you saw when the guy like took off his hat, right?
yeah, I've seen pictures.
Yeah, and he like gets super mad, and he's like, "This is my disguise." It's like I have this on, so I can go out and I can protest, and nobody knows who I am or whatever. You saw that, right?
I think so. So what do you think about Tim Pool? What do you think about his operation? Like,
I don't really like him that much. I enjoy watching their show, but I just feel like he like just does enough dissenting to like not get kicked off of YouTube. So he's never gonna
yeah,
actually like say that vaccines are like gonna kill you or anything. He'll never take that stance because he knows that he'll be like demonetized. So I think like his perspective depends on demonetization. He like tailors his show for the money. But he's also like sort of like a fear propagandist. He's like, I think he likes to, because like you know how much he says like civil war. Like,
yeah, yeah.
that's his thing. That's his like his hot button, if you will. But yeah, I think it's a lot of like a sort of like a fear propaganda thing that he does, but better than most of the shit on YouTube.
Yeah, I think like, you know, with this the whole Jack Murphy thing, like people try to like fault Tim Pool somehow, like, but I don't really see how like he's to blame. Like he just hosted him on the show. It's not like Jack Murphy was like employed by him or like if he shares the same opinion or anything. He's just hosting him on his show. So I don't really see how he's scathed in that at all, but
Yeah, I never liked Jack Murphy, and then when all that other stuff came out, I liked him even less. He's so obnoxious. He's like talking about like dating like 20-year-olds or whatever, and like
Well, he's in that whole category of people like that Roosh V guy, if you remember him.
Who?
Roosh V.
I don't think so.
No,
What was
yeah,
he on?
he had his own thing, like kind of
Oh,
like Rollo Tomasi, you know,
don't know that either.
manosphere stuff. Yeah, it's all like, I don't know, sketchy to say the least. Like just like Jack Murphy and his whole thing, like the liminal order. Like why do they try to make it look like it's like the Illuminati or something? You know?
Yeah, and I went to the page and it was like, we are currently full. If you'd like to potentially be part of this club one day, send us your email. It's like, yeah, right.
Yeah,
You probably get an email the next day. Yeah.
I just don't really see what there's to get out of it. Like
I
it's
don't
pretty
know.
expensive just to
You
like
can't
talk
teach.
to other dudes online.
You can't teach that. You just have to. I don't know. I've never seen his website, so I can't really talk about it too much. But yeah, I don't fault Tim Pool for having that guy on, but I don't think that he's gonna have him on anymore because Tim Pool's. He did that with Jeremy from the quartering too. He was supposed to come on 2 days in a row, but he like canceled the whole thing. Tim
Huh.
Pool because I think Jeremy got too drunk or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear the drama about Ethan Klein and Jordan Peterson?
Yeah, I did hear about that actually.
That's sad. He deleted his old episodes with Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, why would he do that? It doesn't make any sense. Like those probably would get him more views than most of his other interviews, right? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. He just completely changed his stance, and it's like I have no idea why. I think it's probably just to be part of the cool club or something.
yeah. And he's like he has that show with Hasan Piker or Pinker, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
That's just hyper cringe for me. Like those two are like the worst two. I would not want to see like one of
I,
them, let alone both of them.
I immediately unsubscribed from all of H3's YouTube channels after that.
Yeah.
I was like, I hate this guy. Hassan. Fucking hate him.
Yeah.
And I hate Ethan too.
Yeah, what exactly happened? Like
With
because
Ethan?
he used to be like super hilarious and like self-deprecating and then like poking fun at like the SJWs and all this stuff and then he does a complete like 180 and now he's like talking about like like hate speech and like white supremacy this and all, like he accused Jeremy of the quartering of being a white supremacist and all this dumb stuff like this like and he's just melting down and burning out like that. Yeah, that thing with Jordan Peterson, he put like 100 million messages on Twitter about it, like just like ranting on, making a further digging his hole further and further, making a bigger fool of himself, like with each tweet.
Yeah, because I watched that podcast and there was nothing that really stood out to me as like sexist or racist or anything. So, I don't know.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because he had him on and he's like, "Oh yeah, I read your book and it's great," and like yada yada yada, and it's like, why did you endorse the book if like you think that's morally reprehensible or whatever?
I remember his team was always more like SJW before he was. And I think they were a big part of why he changed.
You mean like his like the
Because
fact
whenever,
checking guy he has?
yeah, Dan.
Dan, okay.
And yeah, because he would used to they used to do like a long form podcast without any editing. And then
Yeah.
Ethan would often say like there's been many times where he said like the N word and F word. And then everyone would get all mad at him and stuff. But now they edit it and yeah, I don't it's hard to say what happened, but it's really Ethan's not doesn't seem like a stupid guy, so it probably has to do with money and subscribers.
Yeah.
Probably get more subscribers when you're sell out to the corporate system.
Yeah, that's how I feel like a lot of these YouTubers, it's like, and then people like think that what they're saying is like out there, but it's not actually out there. It's just like within the controlled paradigm. Like,
Yeah, like Tim Pool, I think it's like that as well.
yeah, and I have a problem with this because like these guys, they're always saying like, oh yeah, we're fighting the culture war, like free speech and all this, but then it's like, but you've already lost if you're on that platform and you can't say certain things, like then you've already conceded ground like on freedom of speech, right? Like,
Yeah, well, even Joe Rogan was like that on YouTube. He wasn't like rocking the boat or anything. Did he? Yeah, and then once he went to Spotify, though, he like took the gloves off. He was just like, all right, fuck it.
yeah.
I feel like I can trust that guy for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because I grew up with him watching Fear Factor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And like, what was it? Spin City?
No,
Or
it's
no?
news radio.
Oh yeah.
News radio is the one. Yeah. But
Like
yeah,
about
he's
what?
he's just very objective, like that's why it's like it's more to do with like the people he's actually interviewing than him himself. He knows how to ask the right questions and like has his own genuine curiosity.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he has any kind of agenda either. Like, because he doesn't need to, I guess, because he's like totally self-made, like 100 millionaire.
Yeah,
So he doesn't have to answer to anybody, I guess.
yeah. Did you check out that Matt Walsh video?
Who?
Matt Walsh?
Never heard of him. Who's that again?
He's on YouTube. He's in the top 10 LGBT like books on Amazon.
But it was like a joke or something.
Yeah, it's called Johnny the Walrus, and like the kid wants to be a walrus, so they like cut off his arms and then put like fins on him. It's an allegory for LGBT, just like the Matrix, right? Like obviously. All right, so let's talk about all the people who got banned. Do you remember who was it that got banned first? Who was the first person? Do you remember? Who got like completely
It
banned?
would have been like that Stefan Melikanopoulos guy.
Uh,
Stefan.
you
He's
mean
like the
Milo?
bald guy.
Oh, Stefan Molyneux.
Melanoculus.
No,
Apparently, he's a white supremacist. I didn't get that one.
but you don't think that's true?
I didn't hear anything from the videos I watched, but maybe he said it at some point. But
Yeah, I don't think so.
and then it was Milo.
Yeah, Milo Yiannopoulos.
Oh well, actually, first it was Alex Jones, wasn't it? I was
Was
like,
it
he was
though?
like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which one it was.
He was the one that I noticed first, but the other ones, I like that Stefan guy. Like I barely watched him, so I didn't even realize he was gone.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, wait, let me just see who is gone, and I started looking around, and anyone who I assumed would be gone was gone, of course.
Yeah.
That kind of gave credibility to Alex Jones to me is when he got banned, because I'm like, well, they wouldn't ban him if he was like part of like a insider or whatever.
Yeah, what about Gavin McGinnis? He was also banned around the same time, wasn't he?
Yeah, and I like that. I could see why he may have got banned, but I think he was mostly joking.
Yeah, he's definitely like a comedian.
Yeah.
Can't make jokes anymore.
Nope. David Icke, of course, got banned. I don't know when.
Yeah.
Can't be talking about interdimensional shape-shifting reptilians who operate just outside of visible light, feed off of our negative emotions. That definitely can't talk about that.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's all the main ones, isn't it?
Okay. Well, let's talk about David Icke. Is he legit or what?
Seems like it
Yeah.
to me.
He's probably the most old school, right? Like, I mean, unless you want to go back to like G. Edward Griffin or someone like that, like he's probably
his little awakening in the 90s.
Yeah, 91, I believe.
Yeah, well, he's like with Alex Jones, like he seemed like he's like selling supplements and he's all sleazy and Cass is sleazy and like he's always talking about how he needs money and all this stuff. It's like hard to trust that guy, but David Icke just seems just like he's been consistent the whole time. It's like no frills, no gimmicks. If he is a phony, he's really fucking good at it. The only thing that's sort of rubs me the wrong way with it is his like little introduction story about how he like gets all these messages from the gods or whatever, and they just like flow through him, and he writes it down and all that stuff. That's a little hard to believe, but
Well, that was like the same with like Aleister Crowley. If you remember, he like went into one of the pyramids. I think it was the Great Pyramid. They're trying to do some weird ritual with like murdering a goat or whatever, but then he did like the automatic writing where like he was apparently like getting a transmission from space, like, and then he's writing it down.
could be true. I mean, a lot of musicians say that's what happens to them too. That's like they don't write the song; they're just like it just comes to them, and
Or like it's like Tesla and like Einstein and people like this, they just were able to like visualize stuff. They just like dreamt it up and then were able to manufacture it and it worked. Like,
yeah, it doesn't seem too far-fetched when you think of like everything that's in existence. Every invention has been started out in the mind of somebody,
yeah.
and then they somehow manifest it to be. So I don't know. I'm not gonna say that I don't like David Icke because he has like this crazy origin story, but that's the only thing that kind of rubs me the wrong way. That doesn't seem totally 100% honest, but other than that, yeah, I absolutely love David Icke.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's been an outcast the whole time.
Yeah, but what he says is just so like spot on. Like even when he's saying it, it sounds like super harsh, but then like time has shown like that, like, yeah, he was, you know, he almost like wasn't harsh enough, like describing what the situation is, you know?
I don't know about Alex Jones though.
No? Why, what do you think of him?
Seems like a phony.
Phony?
Yeah. But I don't know though, because he's like Joe Rogan and stuff, like seems to think he's legit.
But think about it like this, like because like we're in the situation we're in now, right? But imagine like it was now and like there was no Alex Jones there, like people would have no clue at all, you know, they wouldn't have the slightest idea. Like, so at least he was there, like, you know, putting that out there. I don't know if it really helped or anything. It seems like, you know, like we're just in the same situation as ever.
Yeah. Do you want to know where I first got the idea to check out Megadeth?
From where?
Alex Jones.
Really?
Yeah, because he had Dave Mustaine, the singer from Megadeth, on his yeah. And then they have an album called Endgame.
Oh yeah, and the album cover is really like trippy, eh?
Yeah. So what did you think about the Reset Wars?
I thought it was pretty cool.
I watched like maybe 5 videos and I was like, it's fucking boring as shit. But maybe it's because I already know this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost like it's meant for somebody who's like never thought about this kind of shit before.
Yeah, but yeah.
Like, that person isn't going to be paying $250 for the course. That's one thing that like gets me is when Alex Jones will be like, "Oh yeah, I'm selling my house."
Like he says, like he wants to move to like some remote location.
So it's like, no, you're not. It's just you're just selling your house, and you probably are selling your house, but you're just using that. Because that guy's worth like what, $150 million?
I know, a lot.
So InfoWars with their supplements made $150 million in like 3 years, just from supplements.
Yeah.
I do understand that like all those lawsuits probably are expensive and shit, but it seems kind of phony when he's talking about selling his house. Yeah, and the whole Trump thing, like that's when I stopped listening to Alex Jones, is when he was like had Trump on and was like, I was just like, this is weird. Like I always kind of liked Trump, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I didn't look into the politics, but I was like, this guy's hilarious.
Yeah.
But just the fact that like Alex Jones was like mainstream with the president on just rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah. I can see that. I mean, that's kind of what David Knight was saying. Like he just like he was kind of mad because I guess he got fired or whatever, but he's like pissed off that like, oh, it's the Trump train, like where it's just nonstop Trump coverage. Like,
yeah, it seems weird that anyone would like that Alex Jones with so much insider information would trust Trump.
Yeah,
I don't trust that guy. He's part of the club.
Yeah, more than likely. I mean,
yeah.
So was it all just like theatrics, like all these like he was pulling out of the Paris Accord and like he's like pulling out of the UN and this kind of thing?
I don't know.
Because I think he was making some of the right moves, but like even if he was legit, it almost doesn't matter because as soon as Joe Biden came in, they just reversed like basically everything he did.
Yeah. Well, what about Julian Assange? Wasn't that the WikiLeaks guy?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, like why didn't Alex Jones pardon him?
You mean Trump?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, Trump.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I guess he could have pardoned Snowden as well, right? But he didn't.
Yeah.
He just pardoned that Michael Flynn guy. I don't really know what happened with that guy.
And he also didn't he hire Anthony Fauci?
Yeah, I think so. That's like the big pushback against Trump, like is that he's so on board with. It's actually kind of funny because you know, like you see like lefties like always trying to characterize like, oh, anti-vaxxer equals Trump supporter or whatever, but it doesn't even make sense because Trump is like for the vaccine and he endorses it.
That was his whole campaign.
Yeah, I just remember like I saw something on TV a long time ago and it was like Trump and he was doing some sort of meeting and it's like it's kind of like the think and grow rich kind of stuff, you know. He always says think big, you know, like it, and then him and that Robert Kiyosaki guy, they wrote that book, it's like we want you to be rich or whatever, like so he was really into that kind of I'm not sure what you call it,
self-help shit.
It's just the like think and grow rich and like what's the other one, or no, it's called As Man Thinketh. As Man Thinketh, so it will be. Have you read that one?
No, I just stick with the classics.
Yeah.
Think and Grow Rich. It's all the same shit.
Yeah. I even have this one, the early retirement extreme one. It's like pretty similar.
There was one called Finding Flow that I liked.
Finding Flow, eh?
Have you read much George Orwell besides like 1984?
No, actually, I haven't read like any George Orwell.
You haven't read 1984?
No.
Okay, bye. That's crazy.
Yeah, like, do I even need to read it at this point? I mean,
it would probably be even better if you read it
now.
Yeah. What about Brave New World?
No, I haven't read that one either.
Well, the whole point was I read recently Down and Out in London and Paris by George Orwell.
Yeah.
Super good. It's about like back in the 18 or 1900s, maybe 1900s, like when it was like working as like a dishwasher,
Yeah.
like the kitchens of Paris. It's pretty interesting, and like just trying to survive off like a couple dollars. And, like the guy only has like a couple cigarettes to last him like all week and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's about
Yeah, it was hard times.
Yeah, it's like extreme poverty. And then I read another one recently called Keep the Aspidistras Flying by George Orwell.
Uh-huh.
Same sort of thing. This guy, he's like totally against money. He doesn't want money. He hates money. And then it's just about how like, and then he's always complaining about what it's like to never have money. And then he works at a bookstore and he keeps getting opportunities, but he keeps being like, and yeah, George Orwell.
Huh. It sounds like it's like a critique of socialism almost, you know?
It is. They outright say it in the book. He's like completely against socialism in the book. But yeah, those are damn good books. I also read Animal Farm as well.
Yeah, that's the one I was going to start with because I haven't read any of it, so I might as well start there. It's probably the easiest to access. But do you think he was an insider, or like what's his deal? Like what's the point? Why did he write the book? What's the point of it?
I don't think he was an insider. He was like a cop. He was a cop in England for a bit, I think.
Okay.
But like H.P. Lovecraft, that guy was an illuminati as fuck.
You know, it's funny. I have the exact same book.
Do you have this one?
Yeah, I have that one too.
I read this whole thing. It's so good. Wait, did you read the whole thing?
No.
Did you read The Island of Dr. Moreau?
No, that's the one that everyone tells me to read though.
Okay, I bought this whole book just so I could read The Color Out of Space.
Oh, H.P. Lovecraft?
Did you read that one?
No, I saw the movie though. Did you see it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like,
well, I was gonna see the movie and then I'm like, I've always wanted to check out H.P. Lovecraft, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll read the book first. And that story's only like 10 pages long.
Oh, okay.
But it's so good. But I'm not sure, like, 10 pages in one of these books, does that equal like more pages in a normal book?
Probably
short.
Because it's all compiled, right? So it's like,
and it's like really small writing.
Yeah, a lot of times.
But yeah, you should. Well, you've already seen the movie, so you probably got.
But I don't think the movie has anything to do with the book at all, though. Like I think the movie is just a totally crazy thing. Like
pretty close.
Yeah.
Except the book takes place in like 100 years ago or whatever.
Okay.
But the movie's like looks like it's like a modern house, sort of.
Yeah.
But like the I think it's the wife that turns into like a creature that they stick in the attic.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of crazy stuff happens. Like it's just there's too much weird things. Like it's like the mother and like the kid like meld together or something, you know, like they become like one. Like the kid like absorbs back into the mother or whatever. It's like such a bizarre movie. It's like almost like Cronenberg type stuff.
Read the story.
Okay, yeah, I have it. I have the complete H.P. Lovecraft.
The same one I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty cool collections. I usually just read a book and then I'll like leave it somewhere. But this one is next on my radar.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of that book.
I just went to a bookstore.
Yeah, that's probably what I should do, eh?
Yeah, I actually am reading that because of Alex Jones as well.
Huh?
because Alex Jones like recommended that book.
Oh yeah.
It was like just one of his 3-hour podcasts, and he's like, "You're welcome, brother. Read The Godfather. You're welcome, brother."
No, it's worth it though, because it explains a lot about organized crime. Yeah, I feel real stupid because I haven't been reading that much at all.
Well, if you have like a laptop and an iPad and a computer and like video games and Netflix and all this shit, it's really hard to read.
Yeah.
But that's why I just keep something in the bathroom. This is my bathroom reader.
Oh yeah. I only know Orson Scott Card from the Ender series.
Yeah, I got the first and second one, but I lost the first one. So I also tried to read The Foundation, but that was trash. Probably not trash. Probably just wasn't in the mood.
The Foundation, is that Asimov?
Yeah.
Okay. Because then didn't you read the Lord of the Rings in the bathroom?
It took me like a year though.
Yeah, it took me a long time to read that too.
Yeah, it was easy to read though because I'd seen the movie so many times already.
Yeah. What about Tom Bombadil though?
Tom Bombadil?
Yeah, remember it's not in the movie.
Is that guy who lives just outside of town and they like stop there for a bit?
Yeah, and he like transforms into like some sort of animal at night or something.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. Because he lives just outside of the Shire, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he's some sort of like centaur,
like,
isn't he?
I don't exactly remember. I remember there's some tomfoolery. But yeah. That was a good one. Yeah, I've read too many books to count at this point.
Yeah. Here, I'll show you a book. Hang on.
Is that I thought that was the JF Kennedy guy. Robert Kennedy.
Oh no, he just does like introduction. But it's Joseph Mercola.
You obviously read Dune though, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Did you read like the first 3?
No, just the first part of it. Part 1.
The first 3 I read them all in a row. Did you see the new movie?
No, I haven't got a chance to watch it. It's pretty long, isn't it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's better than the David Lynch one, right?
I hate that one.
Me too.
Because I just read the book and I'm like, okay, now I'll watch the movie. I'd seen the movie a long time ago, but I forgot all about it. And I just finished the book, then I'm watching the movie, and the movie's like destroying all the beautiful visuals I made up in my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I had like turn it off so I didn't have all this shit in my mind. But when I was watching the new one, I started remembering all the things from the book. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's such a good book.
Mary Jane woman is in it. Who plays Mary Jane in the new Spider-Man?
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that one either. I'm like behind on all the.
Well, that one's still in the theaters. I downloaded that one. I mean, I paid for it.
Yeah. Right now, I'm reading Treasure Island. I never read it before.
I think I read it in grade 5 or something.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I read Moby Dick.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, like wasn't the copy like falling apart by the end of it? It's like the big paperback.
Yeah, I didn't really pay attention though. to it. I was like just waiting for them to be in the whale. I'm like, when is that part happening? Like when they take the raft into the whale, and I'm like, I finished the book. I'm like, did I miss that shit? Or are they supposed to go inside a whale? Isn't that the whole point? But it was one of those books that I kept reading just so I could finish it and say that I finished it, just so I could be like, I read that book. But I honestly don't remember anything from that book at all.
Nothing at all? You don't remember any of it?
Nothing.
It can't be a good book then. Like,
well, I might have not been like intelligent enough to enjoy it. There's always that. Can't rule that.
Well, next you got to do War and Peace, because those are like the two biggest books.
I was thinking about it, but if it's boring, no way, no fucking way. It's weird with books because like it takes like sometimes it takes a long time until you actually start to get into the book.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah, I guess it's about time to wrap it up. All right. Well, maybe we'll do it again.
And then get the fucking lucky to get off that.
God damn it.
Wait, I gotta practice my outro. All right, everybody.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this video.
Check out my OnlyFans. Okay.
Anyway, Bob be with you.
Yeah, may the force be with you.